Around the world, a new kind of political figure dominates the stage, the strongman leader. They claim to be the only solution to national problems, promising swift, decisive action. This phenomenon isn't limited to one region or political system. It's global. Many rise through elections using democracy's tools to undermine its foundations. Their appeal taps into a longing for order in a chaotic world. The optimism of the post-Cold War era has faded. Now power is increasingly centralized. These leaders often dismiss established processes and treat opposition as an obstacle, not a partner. Politics shifts from institutions to personalities, from debate to spectacle. At rallies, the atmosphere is electric. Supporters aren't just backing policies, but pledging loyalty to a person. Leaders bypass traditional media, forging direct bonds with followers and promising national renewal. This strategy has transformed elections and public discourse. Parliaments become rubber stamps. Leaders may change constitutions to extend their rule. Actions are justified as necessary for national security, demanding loyalty above all else. Checks and balances erode and power concentrates at the top. The rise of the strongman isn't a passing trend, it's a structural challenge to democracy. The consequences are profound. Institutions weaken, and the democratic order is threatened. The focus on personality over process changes how politics is conducted. Loyalty to the leader becomes the highest value. The strongman era marks a fundamental shift in global politics. Today's democratic decline is rarely sudden. It's a slow, subtle erosion. Elected governments gradually weaken checks on their power, often starting with the judiciary. Courts lose independence as leaders change appointments or pack benches with loyalists. The law becomes a tool for silencing opponents, not protecting citizens. Parliaments are sidelined, executives rule by decree, and opposition voices are stifled. Elections still happen, but their integrity is compromised. Rules are rewritten, districts gerrymandered, and some voters are excluded. The process looks democratic, but the outcome is rigged to keep incumbents in power. This slow backsliding is now more common than progress toward democracy. The representative nature of government weakens as debate is replaced by echo chambers. Citizens lose meaningful ways to hold leaders accountable. The erosion is piecemeal, making it hard to pinpoint when democracy truly dies. The slow decay of norms is the defining feature of our era. The threat is not always obvious, but its impact is profound. The very foundations of democracy are at risk. In this era, controlling information is as crucial as controlling territory. Governments target the press, labeling critical journalists as enemies and using legal or financial pressure to silence them. Media outlets are bought by allies, turning watchdogs into mouthpieces. Online, armies of trolls flood social media with propaganda and disinformation, drowning out dissent. The digital public square is managed, not free. Governments dominate the news cycle, highlight successes, and bury failures. Citizens are fed a steady stream of state-approved information, distorting reality. Trust in all sources erodes, and people retreat into ideological bubbles or disengage entirely. Without a shared factual basis, democracy falters. The battle for the narrative is a battle for the public's mind. When facts are lost, so is meaningful debate. The information war is central to the strongman's power. Democracy cannot survive without truth. Technology has given governments unprecedented power to monitor citizens. Mass surveillance, once unthinkable, is now routine. Phones track movements, online activity is logged, justified as security measures. These tools are easily turned against dissenters. Facial recognition and social credit systems punish nonconformity, encouraging self-censorship. The private sector aids this surveillance, blurring the line between corporate and state monitoring. Everyday devices become data collection tools, building detailed profiles of individuals. The psychological impact is chilling. People censor themselves, fearing they're always watched. Debate and creativity suffer. Challenging authority becomes risky. The digital panopticon doesn't need bars. It controls minds. Fear and obedience replace open society. Surveillance is now a tool of political control, not just security. The culture of fear undermines democracy at its core. Freedom is lost, not in chains, but in silence. Why do so many support strong leaders? Crisis breeds fear, and a longing for order. In uncertain times, people crave simple solutions and decisive action. Democratic debate can seem slow and ineffective. A strongman promises clarity and results. nationalist rhetoric and us versus them narratives resonate with those feeling left behind. Economic anxiety drives voters toward leaders who promise to fight for the common person. Populist leaders offer scapegoats and easy answers, appealing to those frustrated with the status quo. Disillusionment with democracy's failures fuels the desire for someone who gets things done. Many are willing to trade freedoms for security and tangible results. The promise of effective governance outweighs concerns about lost rights. The strongman's appeal is rooted in fear, identity, and frustration. In times of crisis, the allure of decisive leadership is hard to resist. The cost is often overlooked, until it's too late. Not all nations are succumbing to authoritarianism. Some democracies remain resilient. Citizens protest, journalists investigate, and civil society pushes back against power grabs. In countries with strong democratic traditions, institutions and public awareness act as safeguards. Attempts to overstep authority are met with resistance from the public and the press. The future isn't set. It's a contest between democracy and autocracy. When democracies deliver on their promises, they strengthen their legitimacy and resilience. Failure to address real problems creates openings for authoritarian alternatives. The challenge is to prove democracy can solve urgent issues and protect freedoms. The outcome depends on citizens' willingness to defend democratic principles. Institutions must adapt to new threats, from inequality to technology. The global shift toward authoritarianism is serious, but not inevitable. The struggle for freedom will define our era. The choices we make now will shape the world for generations.